Hi guys, welcome back to Econ Time with SK. So grab your notebooks, your favorite cup of coffee, and let's get started. Okay, next we're going to be discussing trade. So as I said, they decide to trade. এখন ট্রেড করার সময় ওদের কিন্তু একটা এক্সচেঞ্জ রেট, there has to be an exchange rate. You have to make up your mind that তুমি আমাকে এতগুলো ল্যাম্প দিলে আমি তোমাকে এতগুলো পটেটোস দেবো। So if you say যে আচ্ছা তুমি যদি আমাকে 3টা ল্যাম্প দাও আমি তোমাকে 12টা পটেটোস দেবো। So later on we're actually going to look at how do we figure out the exchange rate. But for now I'm just gonna set up the problem. Let's say that the exchange rate is 5 ounces of lamb for 15 ounces of potatoes. তার মানে when Fred is buying 5 ounces of meat, he's paying 15 ounces of potatoes. When Ron is buying 15 ounces of potatoes, he's paying 5 ounces of lamb. All right, so let's write down this trade and exchange thing, all right? So here, let's just write down what is their exchange rate, okay? So somehow they decided that their exchange rate would be that for 5 ounce, so here in this case, let's say Fred, see, he produces no lamb. So if he was to get 5 ounces of lamb, তার জন্য তার কি দিতে হবে? তার দিয়ে দিতে হবে 15 ounces of potatoes. What about Fred? Fred, basically, he needs potatoes, right? So because he produces less of that, so to get 15 ounces of potatoes, he needs to give away 5 ounces of lamb. Okay, so this is the exchange rate. If this is the exchange rate, okay, tahole what is the consumption with specialization and then trade? So now they're actually exchange rate money, they're now trading with each other, right? So what is the consumption once they decide to trade? Well, once they decide to trade, let's see. So now we're saying that what is the consumption when they decide to trade? Well, just do 0 plus 5. So that is 5 ounce. Okay. সে যখন স্পেশালাইজ করছে সে 32 ounce প্রডিউস করছে, but because he wanted to get 5 ounce of lamb, he had to give away 15 ounce of potatoes. তার মানে তার হাতে রইল কত? 17 ounce, right? What about this here? So এখানে আবার he is trying to get hold of more potatoes, right? So in that case, ultimately, how much potatoes does he end up consuming? 27 ounce, right? But he had a lot of lamb, right? He was specializing in lamb, so he could afford to give some of it away. So he gave 5 ounce of it. He gave away 5 ounce of it because he wanted to get 15 ounce of potatoes, right? So when he's giving away 5 ounce of it, essentially he is left with 13 ounce. Remember what I said, that ultimately we want to find out about gains from trade. So what do we gains money? Essentially, are there any benefits from trade, right? Specialization and trade. To understand if there are any gains from trade, what we want to do is we want to compare no trade consumption to trade consumption. All right, so we want to compare, basically we want to compare this with this. Okay, so আমরা যদি সেই কম্প্যারিজনটা করি তাহলে what are we left with? So দেখো এখানে হলো গিয়ে 5 minus 4, তাহলে essentially what is the gain from trade? 1 ounce. All right, এখানে তোমার কিন্তু what is it? 17 minus 16. Okay, see, 17 আগে ছিল 16. Then it is going to be 1 ounce of potatoes. Then what about here? It is 13 minus 12. So this is 1 ounce. And then this is 27 minus 24. So this is 3 ounce. What are we seeing? We are seeing that in every single case, there's a gain. There's a positive, there's a gain, right? If I, here, there's like a plus sign in the front. So actually, if they decided to just produce by themselves and not exchange with each other, which is this situation, then they're actually consuming less combination of these goods than if they decided to specialize, like produce only one of the goods and then trade amongst each other. If they do that, look at it. Fred is better off because now he can consume 1 ounce more lamb and he can consume 1 ounce more potatoes. Ron is also better off because he can consume 1 ounce more lamb and 3 ounce more potatoes, right? So essentially, the purpose of showing this whole example is to show you that there are always gains from trade. Even if, remember, we saw initially that Ron was faster at producing both the goods. So even in a situation where one guy is clearly more productive, better at producing both the goods, even then, trade and specialization is beneficial for both the parties. Okay, and that is why this is a very simple argument for even these debates that we have, where there are a lot of people who are against. Let's say, you know what? Um, there's often fear that foreign goods will come and just eat up everything in your market, right? It's gonna take away from the locals. And what this example is showing you that no, actually protectionism isn't always a good idea, because you can actually open up your economy and both of you could be better off if you carried out trade. All right, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.